Greetings everyone, it's Cain here. Welcome to my video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about how RTS games is what made me flourish. Now for those of you who don't know what RTS games are, it stands for real-time strategy games. I used to absolutely love these games when I was younger. They would make me happy. They'd pass the time. I enjoyed them. They were very addicting. The two RTS games that were addicting, to me personally, was Star Wars Empire at War, Forces of Corruption, and Age of Empires 3. Those two were my favorite. Like, going through high school and intermediate and high school, like, I had no interest, no care in the world for women, going out, friends, even though I got a little taste of all that, I'd rather just play my video games, my RTS games. I truly enjoyed them, and they became very addicting till like I was 19 years old. Yeah, 19 years old. Now, how they made me flourish was because I knew these games were addicting and I could play them till I died, pretty much. But I realized it was very unhealthy for my eyes. Playing these games would really strain my eyes and they would become bloodshot a lot of these times. And my health wasn't great. I'm this... I should be out getting some physical activity in, rather than just playing video games on a computer all day. Because for those of you who don't know, RTS games take a big chunk of your day, if not your whole day. Building up your little empires. For those of you, Age of Empires, starting your colony, getting shipments from Europe and expanding your empire, getting resources such as wood, gold, food. They're very addicting and conquering other colonies, and I really enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed huge empires just going at it. Star Wars Battlefront, I had a very huge interest in that game. Was a big chunk of my life when I was younger. I've always been obsessed with World War II, especially the Battle of Stalingrad. Just huge, massive armies, just going at it, which is why I'm pretty much obsessed with Star Wars. I like the idea when I was a kid playing Star Wars Battlefront, just massive amounts of stormtroopers just heading into the battlefield, flying everywhere, explosions, and it's very exhilarating. And I was addicted to these games. But I realize, I have to take my health in consideration. I want more out of life, not just playing video games all day. Every time I was sad, I was turning to these video games. Now, what RTS games do is you develop slowly and become the top, with getting resources and expanding, protecting your empire and conquering the land of all its resources and flourishing. Now, instead of playing these video games nonstop, I would turn to the gym. I would turn to nutrition. I will turn to upgrading my style, dressing nice. Because playing these video games, guys, I would just wear pajamas all day. Comfy clothes. I don't give a shit what people think of me. But I start, developing myself in the aspects of these RTS games, but instead, myself. Improving myself. So yeah, all these things, from buying a vehicle to a nice fuel efficient vehicle, to my clothing, to my looks, to the gym, to nutrition, to money wise, trying to make some income. These RTS games inspired me, in building my empire within myself rather than just in the video games nonstop, being an addict. So I started to do this like around 18, 19. I mean, I was still addicted to the games 18, but I would start to slip the gym in there because I needed to. And I stopped playing these games. I mean, I still would love to play, obviously, but I would get nowhere. It's just, I don't need it. I really don't. I'd rather live life and experience nature and be out here, out and about, breathing fresh air, and doing my thing, whatever that is. Even if it's just sitting in the car talking to this cell phone. So, yeah, RTS games is what made me flourish to the man I am today. I used to really like the Army Men RTS game too. I forgot what it was called, but it's those little green Army Men against the tan ones. I used to play that one a lot on GameCube. That one was very addicting as well, fighting the ant colony, fighting the tan army. I was such a little nerd. I was a cool kid though. I always had huge fascinations of armies. Countless armies just going at it. And yeah. I was always into like history as well, which is why I'm still into a big part of history, massive empires, the British Empire, the Spanish Empire, World War II, insect empires, ant colonies, bee colonies. I was a beekeeper. That's a big reason why I love insects, especially social insects, insects that have colonies, that have empires, such as ants, bees, termites, and wasps, hornets. I was always fascinated with it. So yeah, I decided to put aside the games and start, using this same mentality, this same upgrading, leveling up, as people say nowadays, self-developing into myself rather than just playing video games. And I did it in every way possible, from learning to communicate socially, because I was pretty much socially awkward. I was pretty much an only child. I didn't have a sister till I was like 10. And I preferred to be in my bubble as a kid. I loved my video games. I was in an era to where the video games were absolutely amazing. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I was in a great era of video games, cartoons, TV shows. And I had such an imagination as a kid. A lot of kids nowadays I see have absolutely no imagination whatsoever. They tend to go to tablets, smartphones. Most of these kids have smartphones when they're 5 years old, 8 years old, it's ridiculous. As for me, I was still playing with my little army men, shooting them with a BB gun. I would have a friend. I would go over to this friend's house in Pico Rivera, I remember, and we would set up our army men and go at it with a BB gun. I'm so surprised because I used to have a real good BB gun that shot metal pellets or bullets. I'm surprised I didn't get hit with one of those because I was pretty reckless with that thing. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I have to say. RTS games were a big part of my life in my evolution. Because I knew I couldn't grow up playing these video games. I wasn't going to just have gallons of piss while being a 200-pound dude playing video games. Probably going to die in my 40s. You know, I didn't want to be that guy. I'd rather be getting some sunshine and developing myself and becoming the best version of myself. And that is truly the funnest and best way to play this game in what we call life. Makes it fun. It's a game in which not necessarily competing, but in the spirit of play. Kind of like a big little kid. I could go in more details, but this video is already 11 minutes. The spirit of play. All right, everybody. Well, I haven't been uploading videos. I've been freezing my ass off lately. When it's 40 degrees, 30 degrees, I could take it. When it's below that, 20s, teens, it's hard, guys, while living in the car. And yeah, my little contraptions do help, which is why I'm still alive. But man, it really just kind of lowers your vibration. Like, I don't even have the motivation to do things as I did when it was nice and sunny. You know, it just makes you just want to curl up and hibernate. And I don't like that feeling, guys. But what can I do? I'll make the best out of it, and I might make a change. We shall see. But I thank you guys for sticking with me. Where a video game is a big part of your childhood and your self-development and who you are today. Everything you do, guys, has a meaning and a purpose in who you are today. Now, a lot of baby boomers and people born in the 70s and 80s, you know, they didn't really experience video games like us 90s kids. The 90s were the best video games. Nowadays, they're pretty cool, but they're just too much. They weren't simple. In the 90s, they were very simple and just fun. 90s and thousands, you know, Star Wars Forces of Corruption is probably way better than most of these RTS games today. Like, if they did a upgraded package, like in 2023 of Star Wars Forces of Corruption, like, I would sure love to play that game, but I doubt it'll be as good as the old one. They'll probably put too much into it. You know, they always ruin things by putting way too much. Anyway, I'm here at Target. Gonna get some protein bars and some stuff. So, yeah, looking forward to heading to California January 4th. Not gonna lie. I need a change. I've been just working a lot lately and resting, going to the gym. Anyway. Yeah. Don't live that life, guys, of just sitting in a screen, looking at a screen, gambling, or playing video games all day. Getting high and just playing video games and eating garbage. That's why I like RTS games, because it's about like developing your empire. I think there's even a study about it. Like, I don't know, you can look it up on Google or whatever. Like, RTS games are help with something in your coordination. And there's some things it has positive effects on in your daily life. But yeah, Use this knowledge and to help you right now, today. Instead of the video games, improve your life and what you can do and what you can control. Don't worry about the shit you can't control. Worry about the things that you could do now. Don't worry about it. Do it. That's my message to you. This life is a game. So enjoy it. Get within the spirit of play and finish the game. Have no regrets. So there's so many philosophies out there that could say otherwise, but there's a lot of beauty in life. Don't give up. All right, that's all I got. I feel like I should say more, like I say in all my rambles. But I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. Thank you.